Welcome back to Stasis, Geek. Now, let's just be real. Celebrations, Day 4, what was the big reveal? The big reveal was the next Star Wars celebration in Japan. That was probably the most excitement people had on Twitter, talking about, it's going to Japan! Yay! See you in Tokyo! That was the excitement, because otherwise from the announcement of Vision trailer, we already knew we were going to get. And it's shorts. Again, promoting shorts. Nothing too exciting. So Day 4 was a bit flat because all you had after that was the Jedi, what's it called? Jedi Adventures. Yeah, that is a marketing ploy. Yeah, it's to get the kids to go to the theme parks and go, Mummy, Daddy, buy me that. Yeah, it's nothing exciting. So we have to go overall what happened. What is Lucasfilm trying to do? Disney trying to do? Because there's not much there, is there? If we have to be honest, you're going for the announcements of the movies. Well, you're starting off with Rey. Now, you got to go back in time and just go, don't go fan head here, go business. You know, go money. If you're introducing shows like that Jedi Adventure, that is only there to make you buy it or go to the theme parks. Yeah, buy the toys, go to the theme park. So you got to go and look at what they're introducing Rey back for, because you didn't get people into the cinema for Rise of Skywalker. So what are you doing with his character? The only option is, and I'm going to say it again, the big rumour is to go with the theme parks or the hotel. Yeah? So you're going to annoy more people? Because what's in that story? What's to drive the galaxy forward? There's not much there. Because unless you're going to build on Rey, and then Rey's family, and then, I don't know, the arc of Rey, it doesn't make sense. Because you need to stop. You need to stop that timeline. You need to jump out of it. Okay, we've got the other two. Yeah? Now, where they're going to go, we'll see. Yeah, but they need to hit a home run with the Rey one. If they don't, you're out. Now, the next one is the Acolyte. And I think it would have been better to show the trailer than to have panels or the actors talking gibberish. Because it was blatantly obviously they are there to hit a quota. They're not there because they love Star Wars. They're not there because they've got a brain. They all sounded quite... They all came across quite dumb. Yeah, let's be honest. They all said stuff like, there's no good and evil in Star Wars. Let's just say that. And then you kind of go, what? And everything about that show and where it's going and what they said, it's a disaster in the making. They've made it to tick that box to ruin something. And it is going to ruin a lot about if it's heavy, like the origin of the Sith, that's going to ruin, wow. You're going to literally, if that's before Rey, you've just lost a hell of a lot of people going to the cinema. So, it's not good. Now, Ahsoka trailer I thought was good. Was it great? Did it go, wow? No, it was a good trailer. It made me go, oh, I'm looking forward to it. But it didn't make me go, oh, I'm looking forward to it. It had more questions and people are go, oh, what's that? That I've seen. Now, I'm going to take it as it is. Now, Jedi Survivor. We knew that was happening. So there's not a reveal there. And it's just a bit of lackluster disaster. You know, you had Tales of the Jedi. You know, it's just, wow, you're announcing stuff. You know, that's already happened. Where's all the, I thought they might bring Lando. I really did. I thought that's going to be their end one here. So where's that? That's never been, cancelled. It's there. What's going on there? No, so you have to look back at what we've had announced. Yeah, except for the ones we know the animated are already done because it takes a lot of production time. But all these the films that are apparently in... They're not even in pre-production. They've not even got a script. They've got a storyline group kind of idea, but it's an announcement again. So Kathleen Kennedy could again fall out with the director. You know, they've made it to Mao, so she doesn't like it. We need more feminine. We need all this. So it's weird. You know, these are ones that, here's an announcement, and everybody goes, yay. And that's what we have to do, because we've had these announcements before and they get cancelled. So everything being announced that isn't, you've not seen, oh, I've seen a finished kind of product, it could be cancelled. It could easily, you know, they could wait to hold it. We've had a bit of backlash from the Ray here, and the shareholders have looked at the money we've got and previously, and they think it's going to be a failure. But we need to get people into the theme park. So how are we going to do it? Are you going to spend? Let's be moderate here. Let's say $200 million on that movie, and then another $200 million to promote it. You're coming up to $4. Let's be nice. Let's whack it down to $300. What you could have that $300 million revamping and redoing the theme park. Yeah, part of it, the Galaxy's Edge. It's just weird. But then you get, let's go by other announcement we got. I don't get the Bad Batch announcement, because the Bad Batch doesn't look like it should be finishing. The last season I felt was a bit of a letdown because the storyline didn't push forward, but they're ending it on season 3. I really thought this would go for 5 seasons. Now, is that because nobody's watching it? It is like, you know, it's one of those shows that people like the Clone Wars season 1 and 2 before the Cartoon Network come in and said, you've got to change things. And it's like that. It's like somebody's gone, oh, people like it, but it's not really returning what we want. So we're going to have to cancel it. That's... What? So, yeah, it's weird. I don't get that one, because I thought it was a nice running show. That's it. Well, we got like Dave, John having a little conversation about absolutely rubbish. But literally, apart from that, you had some of the merch was awful. And even like what they're pushing, it's just, you can tell what they're pushing if you go by what's coming out from the publishing panel. And all of it is the Star Wars timeline. Yeah, from the time before the High Republic. Yeah. So up to that, to the fall of the First Order. But the main front and centre, High Republic. Then you go down to the next one, and it's all about, the identity between world to world. And what it all is they give you like a snippet of something that was in one of their shows and tell you the story around it. And it's awful. Next one, Jedi Survivor. Okay, we've got the key hidden places of it. Great. Things. Return of the Jedi, certain point of view. You have to take these ones with a pinch of salt. They're literally little stories. Now, I've got Empire Strikes Back, and I'm very disappointed because a lot of it doesn't make sense. It's like, oh, I got an idea. Go with the idea. Now, the next ones, we've got the character encyclopedia for the High Republic. And this, weird, because why do you need a encyclopedia about characters that apparently they keep on pushing the books? So what they're saying is, well, people aren't buying the books, but we're going to push these characters, and people rather go, oh, no, that's that character. They're not going to read the book. So again, it's a disaster. The High Republic, book selling wise, will it go to the movies? Well, I don't think so, because remember, the Acolyte is in the High Republic. Next one, The Secrets of the Wookiees. Diminish the Wookiees. Yeah, they got 2 Jedi on it already. See that? And then you got a kiddie Jedi, brave in every way. Okay, kiddies ones, and then the young Jedi Adventures, a kiddies one again. Well, it might be good, but then you get like, again, I don't get this. Again, you've got a cookbook about Galaxy's Edge, a cookbook. Yeah, and it says where, and then you got the I don't know what these are, pop-ups. I don't know. Yeah, wherever they are. Yeah, okay. Don't know what they are. But apart from that, you look at what's on the Star Wars site, yeah, and it's not a lot. There's not a lot. And you're like, what happened? What actually was the Rey announcement? What could be cancelled? And you're like, you know, it's just a bit bizarre because there was the overhyped on Twitter saying everybody was hyped. And I must say, I did see somebody going, oh, that didn't seem like it was a very enthusiastic response there. And then somebody who wasn't at the celebration, this person was at the celebration, then attacked him and said, oh my God, everybody loved it. But of course, we're seeing it live as well. So they just went back into like the YouTube recording and then took everybody's clapping. And it literally was, woo! At the back, oh, we got like that. So, you know, there was no like enthusiastic lightsabers. Now you might go, well, it's the Brits just being a bit, you know, a bit calm. But what was there to be excited about? You know, Hayden and Ewan probably got the biggest hurrah, but that's because of what they did in the past with the prequels. You know, it's not what they're currently doing or what was currently being announced. Now, it's, yeah, there's not even like the official kind of hearsay kind of like mutterings about the Kenobi 2, but it wasn't even that. So you actually think about what we've got actually confirmed coming out. Ahsoka Acolyte. That is it. You actually not I mean live action. But let's go live, away from the shorts, away from the cartoons, away from the animated. That is it. You know, we've got a skeleton crew. Well, but we didn't get, you know, is that done? Dustin, it's a bit vague about that one. It's like, you know, there's not a lot there. So we got, let's go by the three. So we got Acolyte, Ahsoka, skeleton crew. That is it. Okay, knock out skeleton crew because that's going to be a kiddie friendly one. Yeah? So you got Acolyte, Ahsoka. Ahsoka's going to be the prominent one. Is that one season and done? Don't know. Hopefully it's not, but I can see the Acolyte being one hit wonder gone. Yeah, it's going to be one of those shows. Yeah, or it will be like Andor was supposed to run for 5 seasons. They realised it wasn't doing well. The actor didn't want to be in it anymore, and then they cut it down to 2. You know, it's bizarre. Like, it's just a worry because it seems like they were like, oh, we got Celebration. And then they went, but you can't spend the money doing that, and that. And they went, but we got Celebration. We're supposed to announce stuff. Announce this. We can always cancel it. And it is bizarre. It's like, even if you go on the, like, for Twitter, like, just to have a, let's go for Ahsoka. I'm just going to point this out there. Ahsoka, like, only 2,000 plus comments, yeah? It was, the video was watched more, yeah? But let's go by that. But then we go down to some of the other ones, you know, the panels, like, you know, from the Acolyte. And it's like 30 people. Like, the Japanese announcement was 509. Okay, great. You know, there was 3 million activities on it. But some of the other ones was diminishing, you know. It's terrible. It's like the glimpse of the announcement of the reveal for the poster of Volume 2, as they call it, of the Visions. 9 comments. On the official Star Wars. And it's like, you're like, what the hell? You're like, it's just, people were just, you're delusional if you actually believe this is getting traction now, because people aren't excited. Now, you're going to have the Disney defenders, as I like to call it, like, will defend everybody in Disney and not what they're seeing. But this is not the issue, because you're always going to get the people fighting that on Twitter. You know, you're going to have the troll upon the troll upon the troll. Get rid of that. The worrying part of this is not those, not the people who can take up Twitter. It is the silent shopper. Yeah, let's put it that way. The person who comes in, doesn't like it, never comes back, but they won't say anything. They'll just be happy as they go along and just say, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. That's it. Just sit down, move along. You know, not with us. We're a bit more vocal. Otherwise it's on Twitter. But you have to use sometimes a sense of, oh, why are they doing this? Now, they can't be going with the Rey movie for the arc of the character because it diminished in Rise of Skywalker. It diminished completely with all the other characters in The Last Jedi. So moving along, that's really weird how that fits in. But so you have to go by it by marketing wise. What are they marketing in that movie? Because Rey alone won't bring people back to the cinema. So what's in it? So you're going for a younger generation to buy into stuff. Well, that younger generation need to get given the money, first of all, from their parents. The parents don't like it. The parents won't give it to you. You can tell now when you go to the toy shops. The sequels are still there. Yeah? If they're not, they've gone diminished down to price or they're in the back somewhere. It's just weird. So I just don't get what we had. It seemed like everybody had a script to say, and when they kind of went off script, nobody knew what was saying. I say, except for Vivian Blair, yeah, she's brilliant. Hayden and Ewan. A lot of the other didn't do that well when they got kind of interviewed. The interviewees, no wonder their YouTube spots aren't getting a lot of traction because they can't talk. And I mean can't talk without being fed in. And that was blatantly obvious with the cock up. They actually did when I'm not getting the feed. You like Star Wars? And saying that, if another person comes in who is an actor, just tell the truth. Yeah, I'm learning about Star Wars now. It's quite a good adventure, getting into the movies, getting into the animated. I just didn't know about this world and how big it was. Of course I've heard of it, but I'm now enjoying the movies and I'm learning the characters and the arcs of everyone. Boom, honest answer. Great. Not from one dip. Let's go on that. Is literally a lame question is like, oh yeah, I'm great and and it's like I love it and yeah, I love the Star Wars. That's it. And then the other idiot who said there's no good and evil. And then just other ones who were saying, like, I pray to the Force. Every night, I pray to the Force. It's just like, what? You're talking out your ass and hoping that you'll get a response off the crowd. You're hoping that the people there are dumb enough to kind of eat it all in. But we're not. We kind of know it. Now, I'm not saying because, I'm a different generation. If you love the sequel, you don't listen to that crap. If you love, you love Rey, I love Kylo, I love all of it, I love Grogu. You can listen and go, oh, they're talking out their backside there, aren't they? You just don't eat it in because you have common sense, and you've got to have common sense of where everything's going, It's just a bit weird. So I'm not here to diss anything. It's just a bit odd. This was an odd celebration. And it seems like they're just gearing up for a disaster to diminish a brand. I don't get what. Because is a movie about, let's go there. A movie about Rey, and it was one of the greatest Star Wars up there with Empire. Will that make you go to a hotel? Very much doubt it. Might make you buy the merch, but you're going to ship off to a hotel in your droves. For that amount of money? Probably not. You got to have let's say $18 per figure. Or $1,400 a night. Yeah, it's just a bit odd. It's just, I don't get where this thing is. Like the timelines. Great. But you've got let's go by what they did. They spaced it up like that. But they had all the timelines, yeah? And they got all this one crammed over there, and then this massive gap. So what happened here? Absolutely nothing. From the Old Republic to the High Republic, apparently not a lot happened. There was no rise. There was no insurrection. It just was there. Just a timepiece, So I think they fell flat with that. It was just nice to see. And then you kind of thought about it and went, there's a bit of gaps, isn't there? There's like nothing happened, or it was just Jedi. And then, you know, yeah, it wasn't good. But we'll have to see, because there's not a lot to see. Now, Ahsoka, yeah, just get on board. The Acolyte, not for me. Not for me. Yeah, I'm going in that with hatred, and I'm going to say that because of what I'm seeing, and it ain't good. And kind of them going high on the High Republic with it, that isn't good. You know, so it's yeah, that's got to really nail that. But everything coming out just was like a worry. So that's it. And then the other things, Visions, really loved Visions. You know, there was really good ones on there. I would love them to further develop the ones that people really like, you know, but they didn't. So we've got new ones. It looks cool. Trailer looks good. There's parts in it I really like, and parts of it look a bit fun. Could be a bit quirky. I'm going to guess it's going to be the same last time. You're going to be ones you really like, and ones you don't like. The Young Jedi trailer, Adventures, looks like something, I don't know, it's weird. It looks like something like we're just going to plug on to put people in Fortnite, to be honest. And then the rest, you've got some comics that, again, it's all leading into the out of the High Republic. And then you've just got, you know, the Hasbro stuff. And Hasbro stuff, well, yeah, great. You got another Monopoly board and everything like that. And it's just, you know, as you know, a helmet, great. I won't be buying it, you know. And it's just because it's not relevant. A lot of the stuff they're trying to do was relevant 5 years ago, but now it isn't relevant at all to where we are in Star Wars. So it's different. Like, your big hit should have been coming in the celebration is The Mandalorian, but you're coming off the back of probably one of the worst episodes. No, not one of the worst episode in anything to do with Star Wars. So everybody's like, oh, that was lame, and we got Celebration. And then you, like, first thing you kind of, the big announcement on the Friday was Rey. And so you got this weird pull of, what did I just see? What did they just announce? Where did that come from? You know, and it's bad. But we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see on a lot of this, because I'm guessing a lot of this is going to go. It's just because there's not a lot of announcements, but the ones they did announce that are apparently, you know, out there, they could go. You know, they could go bye-bye. Very easy. Oh, we're changing the timeline. We're doing that. You could actually keep that timeline and just add. And they could do that very, very easy. But we know, as we've seen, announcement cancelled. Oh, nothing. You know. So, yeah. I think the people who believe they're doing a trilogy or doing that, possibly not. Like Taiki Waikiki. Where was that announcement? What? No. So that's gone. Ryan Johnson has gone. You know, it's just gone. Let's just not talk about it. We kind of officially kind of cancel it. Yeah. But give us a comment. You know, I'm disappointed. I don't see where Star Wars is going, except for only one way, and it seems down at the moment. You know, because there's nothing exciting. I'm getting by money is going to drive this brand. People aren't buying the merch. People aren't watching the shows. How is this going to regain? You're now revamping it by hoping we're going to get people back into the cinema. What we're going to do first, Rey. Can you imagine they did, just before I go, Knights of the Old Republic trilogy? Just going to leave that there. Would that get you excited? Because you've got that older generation that are going to go, oh, that's interesting. We knew about that. The gaming generation, whoa. And then, like, the younger generation is like, we've heard of this. We've heard of this. You know, they've missed out on an opportunity there. It's a bit of common sense. Kind of go where you're going. Now, you could do a Ray. Happy with that if you're going to kind of move things around and kind of fix that sequels and like go, this is going to now make sense. But you need to go off with a bang. You need to get people go, bang, I'm coming to the cinema for the Knights of the Old Republic. But no, you're going for a High Republic show, an announcement of Rey. Yeah. And then Ahsoka. Okay, Ahsoka can push you so far of like, you know, giving the kind of fans what they want. Ish. But then that's going to diminish. So, yeah. Yeah, that's all I have to say. It's just a bit flat. Looks like it's going to be a disaster. But we'll see very, very soon, I'm guessing. You know, we haven't got a month to wait for all these things to kind of get dropped, trailers to come in, you know, a bit more polishing, and let's see what happens. But give us a comment if you found it flat, if you found it boring, or if you found it the most exciting thing you've ever seen in your life. Comment away and give us a like if you want to like. And as always, Stasis Geek out.